Have you ever felt like if we could just trust one another, we would be so awesome? Well, and today I'm going to show you 4 key tactics on how to build a culture of trust between employees and managers, managers and other managers, managers and senior managers. Same rules apply. Hey there, my name is Adam Piendis and I'm a leadership expert. I've been working with people all over the globe to help them develop their ability to connect with others and become awesome leaders. And today I'm going to tackle one of the biggest challenges that companies face today, and that is to create a culture where people trust one another, where they can speak openly, they can speak honestly, they can be vulnerable, and they can be authentic. And most importantly, they can do these things and not feel judged in the process. So in today's video, I'll break down 4 key tactics that you can use within your organization to build that camaraderie that you're looking for. And the first is to encourage honest communication. Create an open dialogue where employees can share thoughts and belief systems with one another and not feel judged in the process. So what does a judgment-free zone look like? Well, it's a place, an organization where you are able to share your thoughts honestly, openly, and not have to pick and choose every word that you say. Yes, you want to be respectful. Yes, you want to understand that people have different backgrounds and different experiences. And you want to honor and respect those things. And at the same time, you want to be in an environment where you can share your ideas and your thoughts, and those ideas and thoughts are going to be well received. Now, well received doesn't mean everybody's going to agree with everything that you say, but what they will do is they'll listen without judgment. In order to do this, you have to teach people to listen from a position of neutrality and from a position of objectivity. You may say something to me that I disagree with, or you may say something to me that triggered a past experience. If I allow my own experiences to come into the conversation, well, I'm inevitably going to have some judgments. So it's important that in this type of environment that you're seeking, that even if you get triggered or another person gets triggered, they understand that it's not about them in that moment. And what's far more beneficial to recognize that you might be experiencing something, but still hold that position of neutrality and objectivity. This is how you create a judgment-free zone. This is how you create a safe space for people to share their thoughts and their feelings. This type of environment takes practice. You can't just throw people into the ring and say, okay, let it rip, be vulnerable, share your personal stories with everybody. They have to feel it and they have to understand that through building trust that this type of space is actually possible. So a great way to start building this type of community is to practice telling personal stories. If I said to you, I got fired from the first job I ever had and I was your manager, well, this would probably make you feel a bit more comfortable knowing that my life hasn't been perfect, and it will allow you to make mistakes and take risks along the way. So telling those personal stories is what allows you to create those meaningful connections and build that trusting environment. Okay, before I get into the second tactic, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you can be alerted when new videos are released. All right, the second tactic is allow for mistakes. And I may have already mentioned this already. Giving people an opportunity to fail forward and to try new things and to make these things that we'll call mistakes is what's going to allow them to grow. It's what's going to allow them to feel more confident the next time they step into something that feels uncomfortable. And when a person makes mistakes, if you can remember the last time you made one, you learn from it. It allows you to explore things within yourself and ask yourself some important questions. Okay, what would I have done differently the next time around? How did that feel when I didn't get the project done on time? As a leader or a manager, you have to allow people to go through that process. It's a delicate balance of providing the right infrastructure so that you can be successful, and then allowing people to play and experiment within that infrastructure so that they can fail and learn and grow in the process. Another way that you can encourage mistake, or rather allow people to try their best, is to inform them that they have all the answers inside of them. The more that you can acknowledge the people around you for their gifts, for the times that they've had triumphs, the more you're going to boost them up and boost up their confidence, so that when they make that mistake or something doesn't go right, they know that you have their back. The important thing is that you have to acknowledge them along the way and let them know that you have their back. You can say things like, I support you through this process. I understand this is the first time you've done it. I'm here for you if you need any support along the way. People love to be acknowledged. They love to feel support. Okay, the third tactic is to practice active listening. So active listening comes in many forms. The first thing you have to do is you actually have to listen. So here are a few things that prevent you from actually listening. Feeling like you have all the answers, wanting to sound smart, letting people know, oh, I've done this before. Or maybe you're just too busy and you're thinking about what you have to do next. These are all the things that are going to prevent you from being a good listener. So through active listening, it's about really sitting and listening to what they're saying. It's also about feeling into how they're doing in that moment as well. There's two primary levels of active listening. One is when you hear what they're saying, you can actually repeat back to them, hey, what I heard you say is that you're uncomfortable with this project and you need support. And the second level of active listening is when you listen underneath what they actually say. This is about activating your intuition. What I'm sensing here is that feeling a little insecure about this project. You're feeling like there's a little bit of lack of confidence. Right? You may not always get it correct. They may come back to you and say, well, that's actually not how I'm feeling. What that does is it lets them know that you actually care about what their experience has been like. Active listening is about activating your gut and activating your intuition, as well as removing all the distractions from around you so you can focus on the other person. At the end of the day, it's really about putting their needs first and putting your needs second in those moments. So turn on that active listening, because this is how you build trust with the people around you. Okay, and the fourth tactic is to facilitate team bonding exercises. No, this isn't about just trust falls where you're going to go in the woods and you're going to catch each other, but rather creating meaningful connections on both the physical, emotional, spiritual level. Well, the physical level could be these things that you do outside, right? You go for a swim, go for a run, go for a hike, whatever it may be. Remember, people like to connect in those ways. The next part is on the emotional level. In building trust, when we're talking about building safe spaces, this type of thing takes practice. It takes practice for somebody to open up and to be vulnerable, to be authentic, and to know that when they do it, they're not going to feel judged in the process. This in and of itself is a team bonding exercise, because you're creating meaningful connection. At the end of the day, people want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be acknowledged. And I say spiritually as well, and sometimes that word can throw people off in the wrong way. What it really means is that you're connecting in a way where you're going to support each other at the highest level. In essence, it's like me saying, hey, I got your back and you have mine. Now, all of these things take time to build and develop. They don't happen overnight. And it takes focus on your behalf to create that type of culture that I just described. And through all of these things, this is how you let people know that you care about them, that you want them to succeed, and that you want to empower them to function at their most optimal level possible. Okay, those are the 4 tactics on how to create this trusting environment that you desire. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. My name is Adam Piendas. Thanks for checking out this video today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.